What's up everybody, I'm Goku, and I'm bringing you guys the next part of what if Goku used the guard room before Z. Also, a quick notification for all of you guys to know is that I'm also going to do a power scaling about myself, particularly the character I created, Goku himself. And I'm also going to do a what if I was enjoyable power scaling as well about myself as well. So yeah. Just so you guys know, this is my thoughts on how powerful I am. You can say that I'm highballing or just lowballing my power level, or power that I have comparable to even boundless beings. But you all guys see what I'm talking about with each form that I'll be practically scaling and how strong they are. So without any further ado or occasions, let's into the video. Now a recap of what happened in the previous video, of course. Well, of course, Goku and Vegeta easily able to defeat Buu by combining their powers into Gogeta, with Gogeta able to defeat Buu by using the power of Kaioken times 100 on top of Super Saiyan 2. With his power, he was easily able to defeat Buu, and eventually he was also able to get the attention of Beerus, with him saying that this Saiyan in his power will most likely have matched 20% of his power by that time, impressing Beerus by a large amount, and eventually wanting to start the Saiyan about Super Saiyan God a lot early on. Of course, he was still would most likely would decide to practically wait for the next 1 year so he can practically get the premonition fully clearly so he can be prepared. With Goku and Vegeta still continue to train and increase their powers, but Goku and Vegeta have now started to go beyond their limits to match that power that Gogeta used, which they already know that they may be able to catch up. Now, if you guys are wondering, by the time of their training, they're already as strong as they were in Super Saiyan 3 in their base forms after the training thanks to a gravity room. Both Goku and Vegeta have constantly been training with one another, not only as sparring partners but also as friends now, since the timeline is much more different. Goku and Vegeta have mastered the Kaioken, and now we can increase their Kaioken level out of Super Saiyan 3 to times 20 at best. And when using Gogeta, they can only utilize even Kaioken times 50 without actually splitting too much, which will most likely mean that Goku and Vegeta are stronger than their counterparts, and I'm gonna say they're even closer than their counterparts when they train on Whis and Beerus' planet, which will most likely mean that they're incredibly strong and powerful in their own right. Of course, when Goku and Vegeta do meet Beerus will most likely decide to challenge both of them at the same time. Goku and Vegeta decide to accept as they both power up, with Goku powering up to Super Saiyan 3 and Vegeta doing the same as both of them rush against Beerus. Both of them have perfected Super Saiyan 3 to a point that they have no stamina drain to have in this form, so they most likely would easily able to practically keep up with Beerus' speed in their Super Saiyan 3 stages, with Beerus actually pushed by the two of them to use at least 20 to 35% of his power. Seemingly surprising at how powerful they are ever since the battle between Buu. Beerus actually impressed that they were growing stronger than ever before, and he is actually kind of happy to see that these mortals are growing stronger. He can actually tell that even the normal humans are actually incredibly strong themselves. He thinks that maybe they were able to actually handle even 1% of his power if they actually train harder, which probably impresses Beerus himself. Goku and Vegeta continues about Beerus and eventually they use Kaioken times 20, actually pushing Beerus back as he is surprised by their power up, with Beerus actually pushed to using 50% of his power to even keep up with both of them. But eventually he's able to overpower them using 52% of his power, he's able to overpower both of them. Of course, Beerus tells them that they're no Super Saiyan gods, but they're actually getting close to that level really quickly. Of course, Goku and Vegeta would have still used the Dragon Balls to get the information about the Super Saiyan God ritual, but instead Beerus will actually decide to wait to give both of them God Key so they can get the Super Saiyan God quicker, since Beerus practically wants a Super Saiyan God, not just one but two, since he thinks that both Goku and Vegeta are worthy of it. Of course, both Goku and Vegeta think that they should train for a form, but Beerus tells them that they deserve it since they're this strong, so they deserve this power. Goku and Vegeta decide to not practically disagree with Beerus, since they have been training ever since their lives, so this will most likely mean a lot, so they decide to accept that. When, of course, Rui is practically giving them amounts of God Key, as both of them were still in Super Saiyan, and eventually, with the power of the God Key, they're both able to transcend to achieving Super Saiyan God. With both of their powers almost equalizing their powers when they're in the Resurrection of Arc themselves. So Goku and Vegeta will be ready to fight Beerus, with Beerus actually being pumped up to actually fight both of them. But Goku and Vegeta decided to make these scenes much more challenging for Beerus as he fuses into Gogeta, with Gogeta powering up to Super Saiyan God, being in this form as he feels incredibly strong. He tells Beerus to be ready for this battle since he will not hold back. Beerus nods as he tells Gogeta that he has actually seen him in this premonition, and he's incredibly strong. He'll give him that, but he will not to hold back. And Gogeta, of course, says the same to Beerus, as both of them rush against one another. Which will be incredibly surprised by Gogeta actually able to keep up with Beerus' speed, and Beerus will actually be pushed using 80 to 90% of his power by Gogeta using Super Saiyan God. Remember, both Goku and Vegeta have grown incredibly stronger, and the God form just continues to adapt until it reaches its peak. And you all know that the God form is incredibly powerful in its own right, so yeah. With this, of course, Goku will most likely start to overpower Beerus slightly, with Beerus being impressed by the power of the fusion and the immense amount of God Ki he possesses. With Beerus being impressed as he tells Gogeta that he's very powerful, but Beerus then uses 95% of his power, starting to push back Gogeta. But Gogeta, being pushed to his limits, starts to break his limits once again as he roars, trying to combine Super Saiyan with Super Saiyan God. Beerus thinks that Gogeta is practically trying to do something to power up maybe even Kaioken, but Gogeta just powers Super Saiyan Blue. And for a split moment, he's able to actually knock down Beerus, even make him cough up blood. With Beerus actually being surprised by his new power, but after Gogeta powers Super Saiyan Blue, he instantly splits, with both Goku and Vegeta reverting back to their base form, seemingly out of ki due to him as energy they used to actually power up to Blue as Gogeta. With Beerus still being impressed by them, even though he wanted the battle to continue much longer, it was a practically incredibly satisfying battle for Beerus, and he actually wants to actually train both Goku and Vegeta. With, of course, Beerus thinking that maybe Vegeta would take the path of a destroyer while Goku can actually take the path of the angel. This he thinks that they're both most likely are practically separate from one another, but yet they have still connections to one another, like a mirror. One possesses the power with incredible raw strength, while the other possesses the incredible power and technique, which is pretty impressive. Eventually, Beerus decides to take both of them into his planet, and eventually Whis trains both Goku and Vegeta. Vegeta and Goku would have most likely grown stronger, and eventually both would have also been able to upgrade their gravity room. With the gravity room going up to 100 trillion times gravity now, and not even one, at least 1 quintillion as well. With this, of course, they will most likely would have trained intensely hard on Beerus' planet, with both and Vegeta's bases increasing constantly. Of course, we should be impressed by their powers in their base states as Goku and Vegeta continue to grow stronger and stronger, continue to increase their powers as time goes on. Of course, both of them were able to master Super Saiyan God and master Super Saiyan Blue after their intense training because of their training and constantly increasing power. Of course, Frieza will still be revived and eventually he will decide to still train, but also knowing about the gravity train because of Goku and Vegeta, he also decided to also utilize this. If Frieza utilizes gravity training, he'll grow incredibly stronger, more than his counterpart. Of course, when Frieza does go back to Earth, he's prepared to fight Z-Warriors, and eventually he's able to overpower almost all Z-Force except Gohan, Goten, and Trunks. With Goten and Trunks fusing into Goten to prepare to fight against Frieza. With, of course, Goten using the Ultimate form to fight against Frieza, with Frieza actually being pushed back by the fusion, but eventually he powered up to his Golden form and uses only 50% to knock out the fusion. Goten steps up, but he's easily defeated, but Frieza actually uses 60% of his power to actually face off against Gohan. Frieza actually has a trump card that he's still not achieved, or he's shown just yet. But Vegeta then decided to land as they decide to fight against Frieza. Remember, this Gohan and Goten have not stopped training even after the Battle of Gods, so you can say that they're pretty powerful. Also goes to Goku and Vegeta in their ultimate forms, but Goku and Vegeta are now even stronger than even Goten and Gohan. With both Goku and Vegeta powered Super Saiyan Blue ready to face off against Frieza, Frieza just smartly powers up into his 5th golden form, similar to Goro for Dragon Ball superheroes, with the immense power-up shaking the entire galaxy and universe, with both Goku and Vegeta actually being impressed by Frieza's power. Frieza rushes against both of them, but they're able to dodge due to the perfect Super Saiyan Blue speed. Both of them are actually impressed by Frieza's speed and power. They had never seen the Emperor being this strong and fast before, not even in Namek. Goku was actually able to predict Frieza's movements when he was to Super Saiyan, but now in Super Saiyan Blue, he actually decided to keep up with him. So it's actually incredibly close to when they were on Namek, and yet now Goku and Vegeta are actually on the same level, and Frieza is almost close to their level as well. Frieza, of course, tries to utilize his raw power to easily beat them both, but because of Goku and Vegeta's incredible and perfect teamwork, they easily start to overpower the Emperor, fighting as one person and easily combining their attacks into one. Frieza, of course, would even decide to destroy Earth, but Goku and Vegeta allows it as he'll power up a final flash and a Kamehameha as they fire at creating a final Kamehameha, eventually annihilating the bomb, the Death Ball, and eventually fighting off against Frieza once again, with Frieza actually mastering his 5th golden form because of the gravity training he was able to use. With this, of course, this will most likely would be a much longer battle because of Goku and Vegeta being stronger, and almost like this Frieza also being stronger. I want to say that both Vegeta are able to actually pull off the win with their practically strategic methods and their battle experience, then because they have much more battle experience than Frieza himself, so they will most likely be easily able to defeat Frieza after some time. Of course, Goku will still not review his trump card almost like Vegeta, since they have been working on new forms they were trying to achieve. Goku trying to focus on achieving the Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken, while Vegeta is trying to achieve the Super Saiyan Blue evolution form. Is they both were actually working on these forms a lot earlier on than the original. But guys, this is the end of this part. I'll see you guys in the next one. Sign on, my defense. See you next time.